Okay, I got another round of reviews here. Before I get to those, though, if you have Peacock or you don't have Peacock, you are missing out on Twisted Metal, an awesome series. They have the whole first season out. I hope this goes on for a long time. Twisted Metal video game I loved back in the day on the PlayStation. I was bummed it never really went anywhere. I hope this is going to generate us a new video game very soon. But Will Arnett is one of the creators or people that are part of the show. Uh, and they did a wonderful job with it. All the characters, the cars, you get all the feel from everything. I love what they did with the semi character. Uh, and the clown is the show stealer. And if you don't know anything about it, the clown in the video game is Flaming Head and Bozo, Big Bozo the Clown. Goofy clown character driving an ice cream truck that shoots missiles and stuff out of the big bouncy ice cream head on the top of the truck. They did an awesome everything that they did, all the characters, all the vehicles. They did a perfect job with it. Lots of great people involved in it, but the clown character is Samoa Joe, the wrestler, at doing the character, and Will Arnett is doing the voice, and those two go together perfectly. You would think there'd be some issues with it, wouldn't always flow seamlessly, but it works out perfect. And it's just the character, and I'm so glad they went that route. Will Arnett's done so much great stuff over the years that has given me tons of happiness. I love watching stuff that he's part of. Uh, right now, watching Lego Masters and all that. Those are fun. Just that there was a cat episode, I think episode 2. Yeah, little kittens all over the place. Kittens and Legos and humans. That can be quite the catastrophe. But yeah, they did an awesome job with Twisted Metal. It's just at first you're thinking, yeah, it's just going to be a race 2000 style car race, blow them up, shoot them up type show. But the storylines they have going with them, they don't get overdone. They don't get overly annoying and sort of like uh, The Walking Dead, all the runoffs, all just that, and Fear the Walking Dead. Just they get too serious, get too into the evil characters, and get too deep into some of them, and it just gets boring. But I really like what they did with this. So you gotta get Peacock, which shitheads raised their price, which I just that was messed up. So I dropped them, but then I came back for the metal, and I'll probably drop them again for a while, just because I think their price hike was pretty big. And it's like all these different platforms getting picky about who you share stuff with, and then they start raising all their prices, and everything keeps going up higher and higher. Eventually, it's going to cost a few $100s just to have a few TV show platforms, and that's just out of hand. So I like to watch 2 or 3 at a time and it bounced around. But yeah, we just dropped Peacock, and had to get it. Well, I got it back. I'm glad I did. I was able to watch the whole season of Twisted Metal. I finished it up last night. Lots of fun. So check it out. All right, comic reviews. We got Spirit World #6, final issue of this between Batgirl, Constantine, and our Spirit Lady. Our new character. She is a lot of fun. I am really liking this character. her little paper skills to make things appear. But we get to deal with a baddie that's been trying to take their bodies, souls, their powers, and all that stuff. And we get some back history in the beginning of this that gets us caught up on some things. We get a nice big battle throughout this one, and get to see all kinds of characters from the story so far, and it's just a fun battle that I can't ruin for you. You're gonna have to pick it up for yourself, but they did a really good job. This was a really great set of characters to put together. I'd like to see them work together some more. I like the different abilities that we're dealing with the different ones. I don't know if the one character can do anything outside of the spirit realm, but let's see. Actually, there's a couple characters in the spirit realm. I'm kind of curious if we'll see outside the spirit realm, but yeah, that was a fun little run. I'm glad I picked it up. I was iffy about it, but then I decided what the heck, I'd try it. I'm glad I did. A little open-minded to some of the new characters. I do like some of the newer ones. But alright, from Tokyo Pop. Oh, by the way, that one is done by Alyssa Wong, Haining, and Sebastian Chang. Then we got Disney's Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas, The Battle for Pumpkin King. Jack Skellington is the undisputed Pumpkin King of Halloween Town, but it wasn't always that way. Years ago, Jack and Oogie Boogie were close friends, both eager to prove themselves. They poured all their passion into their fantastical projects to earn their rightful place as the scariest duo in town. But there could only be one Pumpkin King. That could have happened to turn What could have happened to turn two best friends into such bitter rivals? They were sent to be bitter rivals from the start. And Oogie Boogie was always overly competitive. Jack was competitive but friendly. This collects issue 1 to 5 into one graphic novel. This is. It's not going to give me a. There we go. Oh, that's just the contents. There we go. Got Sean McLaughlin, DJ Milky, Dan Connor, Deborah Allo, and Roberto Scalia. You get to see Oogie and Boogie just in their younger days competing, having fun, playing with each other, but always competing. So you know right there that you're going to have problems in the future because you're going to always be competitive with each other. Then we get the old Pumpkin King comes out and says it's time for retirement, even though he doesn't want to retire, but they're telling him it's time for retirement, time for a new Pumpkin King. And so they're going to have a battle for the new Pumpkin King, and they open it up for whoever wants to do it. And Oogie Boogie and Jack decide to put their names in the hat and give it a shot. And we get to see a competition to see who can be the next Pumpkin King. And you have to read the story to find out who wins if you don't know anything about this story. But it's got some fun twists and turns. You get to see a lot of our characters. A good majority of the fun characters from the original movie in here. And we'll get to see in their younger days and stuff. As these characters are skeletons and stuff, they don't really grow anyways, so they're pretty much the same as they were throughout the thing. It's like the weirdest thing about this for me was Sally looking a little smaller and younger than normal. It's like, did the professor change her over the years to make her age? Because she is basically a knitted together object. So yeah, I don't know. Don't really know how that all works. But they did a great job. Fun story. Glad I waited and picked up the trade. So I was going to do the single issues, but I'm like, yeah, I got the teaser in the free comic book day, I believe, special that they had. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where I got introduced to the first half of the first story, or the first whole story, first issue, and liked what I seen, but I decided, what the heck, I'll wait for the trade. And I'm glad I did, because as usual with the trades, you'll get like sketchbooks in the back and stuff, get all the different covers and stuff in the back, and extra little bonuses. I don't know why I used to always just buy trades. Those are the main thing I like to pick up, unless they were one shots. So now I'm kind of starting to revert back to going, and when I see something that looks good, I might get issue one, but usually I'll just wait and hear what everybody else says, see if it interests me, and then I'll hop on it down the road in the trade back form. Save money, and you get extra bonuses with it. All right, the always fun, the unbelievable, unfortunately, mostly unreadable, and nearly unpublishable Untold Tales of I Hate Fairyland. Number 5. It's the last one, I believe. I believe this is just going to be a 5-issue run. Little stories done by other people that are all related to the I Hate Fairyland concept and what's been happening in it. We got Fairy Road by Scott Brown, David Del Grosso, Scott, and Jean-Francois Bellew. I'm sorry that I say your name that way, but I have to when I see that name. That's just how I gotta say it. But we get an interesting character here that's got a thing for Gert and has some special abilities, and we get to see the fun ways that they go about it. This one's kind of got a Road Warrior style feel to it, but lots of fun how they played around with Gert's feelings and stuff, and someone being in love with her. We got Judge Gertie by Derek Loffman. This one, she gets to play judge, jury, and executioner of a cute little fuzzy bunny. Usually a fuzzy bunny. That bear, cute little fuzzy bear character that beat up a big horror type character. And I get to see what happens with that story. Is that it? Just 2 stories in this issue? I thought they always did 3. What the heck? I guess so. I guess it was only 2 stories in this one. But they're great stories. Lots of fun. I'm enjoying them. And we got Transformers, issue number 1. Picked it up for the sketch cover, just because I want. I'm not big on Transformers, but I've been picking up a lot of sketch covers to hopefully do some stuff with in the future. But in here we get to see human war going on, some humans dealing with some things, and a guy and a girl go off and do their thing, and it just ends up crossing over in a very interesting way into the Transformers world. They come across a bunch of, and this has been seen in the back of so many comic books in the past month as a little teaser anyways, so I'm going to show this page. But they come across a big ship full of Transformers, Decepticons, or whatever, the different robot characters, and a bunch of stuff happens. And the way they go with this, it's a very interesting layout. If you've never read any Transformers thing before in the past, or know anything about Transformers, this would be a great new fresh jumping on, because it's going to go under I'm assuming into a whole new style storyline with it. We got Daniel Warren Johnson and Mike Spicer have their hands in this, so you're in good hands with those two, and you're gonna see lots of interesting outcomes with that story, twists and turns. I have a feeling I'd almost jump on it for half a dozen or dozen issues, but I'm still not a big Transformer fan. It does have me kind of being pulled in, tugged in, but we'll see. I can always go back a couple issues if I need to. We got Usagi Yojimbo, Ice and Snow Part 2 of 5. Our little demon character that's kind of off on her own with the little girl with the flute, messing with a certain clan of characters, and the twists and turns and everything that's going on with that. While at the same time, we got Usagi and his cousin that are being taken advantage of by another demon, and see, you got a demon character that they're dealing with that was kind to them, brought them in, gave them some warmth, some food, and then kind of twisted and turned on them. But I love what we're getting with Usagi Yojimbo right now. This is a beautiful run that I am enjoying a lot. This is only a 5-issue run. This is number 2 of 5. We got Base Usagi, which I might have got the first issue in this last week. So we'll see what that's all, how well they did with that. I think that might be a one shot. I think the run's coming, but we've been looking forward to that, and just everything that's popping up lately. Usagi is as wonderful as always, if not better than what we've had from the past. Very surprising, fun run. And we have Vampirella Dead Flowers, issue 2. I love this cover. Love bats. The story's kind of going the route I expected. I'm enjoying. This is one of my favorite ones of Vampirella's in the past year to 2 years. I really like these other characters, the family that lives in the hut, and 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 everything else. The caretakers in the shed, the inheritance of the house, what's coming along with it, the stories of who passed and why they passed. This catches us up with all those things, and then it gets us set up for what's to come. But this is very, very fun. Vampirella run. If you have never even read Vampirella before, again, you could just read this one because it's kind of a whole complete own style story compared to the ones that we just recently read. So check that out. Lots of fun. Keep following Under the Color of MS. Rate, review, tell a friend, subscribe. Check out Crimson Color Comic Club. And we'll get back to you again soon with a lot more fun coming out in the near future. Bye.